Jozi, what's up?
What's up?
How we doing
Hold on,
today?
I'm good. I'm trying to figure out how to, use my phone. What's up?
How we doing today?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Now you said you're based out of North Carolina, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
What type of weather are you guys having down there right now?
It's not bad right now. My car says 74, and the
Oh,
humidity has finally the last, I don't know, probably month, it's been so humid that it's like you don't even want to go outside. It's disgusting.
yeah. See, down here it's been like yesterday was like 103 and it was ridiculous. So
Ew.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
bad. We went to the gym this morning and I made the mistake of wearing sweatpants. I felt like I peed myself. Like that's what it felt like.
Dang, that sucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
I'm ready
rough.
for fall. The leaves are starting to like fall a little bit, and the morning, like this morning and yesterday morning, I walked out and it was like that nice, crisp, cool fall air, and I was like, "Thank you, God!" Like I'm so ready for that.
Me too. I'm good with the fall. I'm just not a big snow guy, but as long as I can wear,
Yeah,
70 to 55 degrees and wear hoodies, I'm good.
yeah. Same, same.
All right, cool. So, I did some research. You're a chemist, is that right?
I'm a chemist. Yeah.
Wow, what got you into that?
So I was in the military. I joined the army when I was like 18. Served 4 years, got out. I was a chemical specialist while I was in. Thought it was kind of the video that they showed me was not the job that I did, but I thought that the video that they showed me was kind of cool. And then kind of just figured out took like 3 4 years and did random things. I thought I was going to be a vet and decided I didn't like people enough to be a vet. Um and well, people with animals, I guess. People are weird about their pets. So um then I decided that I was gonna go to school and I have a degree in biochem, and I didn't really think I'd be doing the whole chemist thing. Chemistry was never really my strong suit. I was gonna go get my master's in toxicology, and then I got pregnant. I was married and I got pregnant, and I was like, oh, like I'll just put that off for a few years, and then yeah, I just got in the pharmaceutical industry, and that's how I got here.
So went from military to Breaking Bad for the military.
Yeah, something like that.
And now we're kind of leaning toward online fitness. How did we decide that we want to get into coaching?
So I started my when you're in the military, they make you work out, and I hated it. And it wasn't fun, like it was more of a requirement and a physical requirement to kind of just be in shape. And so for years after the military, I like fractured my hip while I was in. I have a shoulder injury from the military, so it was just like I was hurting and I didn't have the motivation. And in the last like couple of years, I kind of started getting back into it. And it was more like for my mental health, and not like I'm not a crazy gym person. I'm not in the gym every day, but I notice a difference in my whole mindset when I set a goal, an obtainable goal, and go and get that physical activity in. And then like I just feel like my life is so much better. And I just want to, I don't know. I want to give that to other people. I think a lot of people like go on social media and they see all these like fitness influencers, and it's like, oh, I could never be that. Or it's like some of them encourage you to, you have like super restrictive diets, and it's like you have to go to the gym 7 times a week, or, like twice a day. And it's all these crazy things. And I'm like, that's not really what I want to promote. I just want people, I think that we as a society have gotten like super sedentary, and nobody goes outside anymore and goes for a walk, or it's all about going to the gym. And I think I just kind of want to encourage people for like better mental health as well, just to be like, hey, like it's not just about going to the gym, like get up and go for a walk. Like I have a 3-year-old daughter, and it's like if I don't have time to go to the gym, or she's not in a mood where it's like she wants to go to the daycare at the gym, I'm like, all right, well, let's just go for a walk. Like let's just go outside and be goofy. Like we can race in the yard, or like, so I just want to encourage other people to do that.
I
I started
gotcha.
like talking on TikTok about like setting obtainable goals, and then I was like, I could do this. Like I guess I could do this.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's
So
kind of
would this be something that's like secondary to your chemist business, or are we looking to replace that? What's the overall goal?
Definitely looking to replace. So a little bit of a backstory for like this past year. Um, I started working, I guess long term, like big goal is like to have my own interior design business. So I took a break the last 3 months from being a chemist, and financially, like I wasn't, I don't have the client base to do interior design full time. So this is my first week back at work. And so I just came back to being a chemist because they pay well. And it's like, I don't really, interior design is a hard business to get in. And like, as far as sustainability, you know what I mean? Like, once somebody updates their house, they're not calling you every 6 months or every other day saying, hey, Josie, I want to spend more money on my house stuff.
Right.
So, like, I would like to make this, it's something that I am like passionate about, just like physical and mental health and like spiritual well-being all in one. And so I feel like this would be like long term, like I don't want to do the chem thing anymore. I didn't want to do the chem thing at the beginning of the year, but financially I'm like I kind of need, I make good money. So it's like I kind of need that money to sustain my lifestyle. So if I could find something to replace it where I feel better about the work that I'm doing, and again, I have a whole opinion on the pharmaceutical industry, but like if I could enjoy what I do every single day, that's like another aspect of my mental health that I'm like trying to get towards, where it's like I can wake up and I really am helping people, not just like giving them a drug to pretend to help them,
I got you.
if that makes
So
sense.
it sounds like we're going for, financial stability to replace what we're currently doing so we can do something that we are truly feeling fulfilled in and passionate about, right? Helping others
Yeah.
is really what you want to do. It's going to provide more mental health for you as well, provides you a sense of well-being. And versus, right now you make really good money, but you're not 100% convinced that we're doing the right thing. Is that about right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I got you. As far as financial goals, it looks like in some of your notes you were hitting about 100K a year. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me give you some industry averages for online coaching, kind of put some context behind this. Industry averages anywhere between 250 a month to 500 per month per client for services. Okay, so let's say you're feeling really confident, and maybe you're charging on average 400 bucks a client. Okay, if you had 25 clients, that would get you 10K a month, and that would get you 120K a year, right? So it can happen relatively fast. Now, if you have individuals also that are a little bit more needy, like for instance, I've got some high ticket guys that want me to, order all of their food for them and their supplementations. I do all that. That's over $500 a month because I'm providing so many different services for them, and it's more do it for you. So there's easier ways to, create high ticket offers, which we'll show you actually how to do as well. So now that you know those industry averages, it's clear that we want to make at least 100K to replace. But ideally, where would you be in a spot where you're like, this is exactly what I needed to do, and you feel comfortable that you made that decision?
Honestly, if I could make like half of my money, so even like 50K a year, and doing that and then doing my interior design thing, I would be happy. I don't like being stuck in an office all day. I think stuck in a lab all day. That's like also part of my struggle is I'd like to, I don't know, just have a change of scenery or like decide where I'm working or decide what's going on in my life. Less than like get up and be here and like don't leave the site all day. Like, you know what I mean? It's a rat race. I feel like everybody gets kind of stuck in that. Well, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'd like to be doing other things, but nobody ever really takes the chance to go and do the other things.
Yeah.
So I'm just at the point where it's like if I take a chance and it's working and it's like I could, you know, take half of my like provide me half of my income, like I'd totally be fine with that. It's
Yeah.
just,
If we
yeah,
did that, shoot, just think about this. If you did, I mean, almost half of, let's just say, if you made 5K a month, right? Like
yeah,
that's pretty easy. So think about that. If we had just even 15 clients would get you 6K a month. 15 clients out of a world full of billions of people, right? So
yeah,
definitely doable. If you're having anywhere between 15 to 25 clients, you're looking at maybe a work week of 20 to 25 hours a week. I know individuals
yeah,
that are making, 15K a month and they're doing 35 hours a week. So they're still under like the average. It sounds like you're pretty serious. If you're willing to like say, hey, just give me half of what I'm making and get me out of here, that's pretty intense, right?
Well, to be like completely transparent, to do I was working for a lady, and to take that opportunity and like leave here, I was making, 100K a year, and that I left and went to work for her for 40. Like that's
Mm,
a $60,000 pay like cut per
yeah,
year. And it's just like I don't want to be here, but I need that income. One, to
gotcha.
support like my other business, so I can invest in things in that, support this business if this is what we're gonna like do, which like I said, I am like super passionate about it. I really just at the end of the day like want to make people like help people be happy, whether that's like sitting down and listening to them like talk about whatever the heck's going on in their life, or like offering advice. Um, but I think like the fitness thing I never really thought about, because I was like, oh, I'm not a personal trainer. Like I don't it's not that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not an expert by any means. And so I feel like there's a lot of like non-experts like giving mediocre advice and like being successful off of it. So I guess my biggest thing is I am willing to like double down on myself and be like, all right, girl, you can do this. So whatever I put my mind to, I can accomplish. That's like I've proven that to myself over and over and over again. So it's like if I had the guidance to just be like, all right, Josie, this is like really what you need to be doing to be successful, I'm not worried. Like the money will come. That's my
100%.
thought. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, like the money will come. There's plenty of money to be made. And it's not, at the end of the day, it really isn't about the money for me. It is about like enriching other people's lives. This is the same
Yeah.
thing that I feel for interior design. It's like I didn't have like a stable home growing up. I think that's like where I'm like, oh, let me make your house your home, like let's really make it a home. And that's like what drives me. It's not like, oh, I can make $10,000 off of this piece of furniture that I sell. It's like, no, I want to make your home a home because it's where you spend the majority of your time when you're not at work.
Yeah, 100%.
And
So
it's like,
as far
go
as
ahead.
you said, your challenge is like as far as not being an expert, you don't have to be. We also help provide some resources to make you feel more qualified. So we do have an optional certification. It's no additional charge, but it gives us a little bit more context to provide value to our clients. So it's equal parts fitness, equal parts nutrition. So foods that will help reduce inflammation, how to build a healthy plate based upon whether weight loss or weight gain goals, macros if they get to that point where they want to kind of dial things in a little bit more seriously. Second part of it's going to be the fitness side of things, intensity techniques, art coaching, programming variables, things of that nature. The test itself is 77 questions long. Got to get an 80% or better. It's open book. It's not timed. You can take it as many times as you like. The cool thing is we're actually backed by ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So it is an online certification through us, but those high reputable certification companies view us as continuing education. So if you're going to be strictly on the online platform, you wouldn't necessarily need to go obtain another certification, right? This is just going to provide you a little bit more confidence. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yep, cool. So we'll handle that for you as well. Outside of maybe some of the confidence, is there any other issues that or challenges that you foresee?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. That was really like the biggest one,
Okay.
is just like knowing where to start, or like, and even like I guess lead generation. Like how do I post on my social media so I can get people to be like, oh, hey, like, what are you doing? Like, how, like, all of that, which I guess is kind of all wrapped into one.
Yeah, but I got you taken care of there. As far as your need, you mentioned you needed some guidance, some resources, just some continuing support. Is there anything else you feel like you need to be successful?
No, I
No.
mean, the rest
All
is
right.
kind of up to me, right?
100%. Well, some people are really big in community. So we do have a lot of touch points. So it's not one of those things where we give you this information, you're off on your own. You'd have an assigned one-on-one coach. You'd also have group support calls weekly. You'd have one-on-one coaching calls. You have a private Facebook group to network with people. You have a WhatsApp chat. So we're really huge on creating a really huge environment. So that way you're able to network with other like-minded individuals, get ideas, things of that nature. So you're always being held accountable and reaching your full potential. Outside of that, is there anything else that we've tried? Is this our first steps? You jumped on this call. I know that you had mentioned before this was something that you were interested in. Anything else that we've tried to like make this thing become a reality for our online coaching?
That I've tried.
Yeah.
No. I mean, other than like kind of trying to start out on like my TikToks and like other social, I wouldn't even say like my Instagram is really just kind of nothing. But like on TikTok, like that's pretty much it. Is just, and that's more or less just like creating me trying to create for myself an environment where it's like I can get in touch with. It's not trying to be famous or like
Yeah.
anything like that. It's literally just like, oh, hey, like I have these thoughts. Like, does anybody else feel this way? Like how I was saying earlier, like I posted a couple videos where I'm like, okay, I drove all the way to the gym. I've had my pre-workout and now I don't want to go in. What do I do? Does anybody else relate? Like mainly just trying to create that community. So I like that like this program like has that, and where it's kind of like you can be in touch with like-minded people and be like, hey buddy, I'm not feeling so motivated today. Like what are you
Yeah.
doing to get yourself in the gym? And then that was like just like me having that conversation with my phone, I guess. I was like, all right, now we're going in. And I like went in and I recorded my workout or like aspects of my workout and posted that. And I was like, all right, I did it, guys. Like I'm done. Even when you
I
don't want to, you have to still do it. So like other than that, like I haven't really tried to do it.
I gotcha. You know, it'd be cool though with your chemistry background, kind of like playing into that for your marketing. Like maybe you have a unique pre-workout drink and you're like mixing in the little different concoctions, right? And you're playing off of some of the other things because you have a really good personality. You're very warm and inviting. But to throw in some of your other past experiences will get more people to want to resonate with you, like showing off your creative genius, right? Because being a chemist, you have to be pretty damn creative and you have to be, an expert at what you do. So you could be doing that with your recipes as well. If you're someone that enjoys food prepping, playing into what your previous roles were, right? I think that would be really a fun, a fun light way to get people enticed into wanting to know what you're talking about as well. As far as in the next 4 to 6 months, we know we want to get out of this chemistry business, but where would you like to see yourself within your business?
I don't know. I haven't thought. I guess I didn't really think about that far. I guess my main focus right now is just like getting started. Um, and obviously like the long-term goal is like income replacement, but I'd like to, yeah, like foster a community of like like I said, I'm a single mom. Like I'm an army vet. Like I feel like I have so many different communities that I could like really reach out to and like offer support for. So I think that's like really money aside, like that's kind of like where I'm at as far as like where I see my business is like really just fostering a group of people that like want to stay connected and want support, just like life support. I don't know. I feel
Gotcha.
like a lot of people like are disconnected right now. Like even when I go out and I don't know, I live in the South, so it's like people are friendly, I guess. Like they'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" But like I people watch all the time. Nobody like interacts anymore. Nobody like goes to the park. I was just talking to one of my friends and we were talking about like nobody goes to the park and like throws frisbees.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
everyone's like sitting and scrolling on their phone. So it's like it's hard. I feel like it is hard to connect, and people do try to do that online where it's like there's so many more online communities. So it's like if you want to connect with people, that's kind of what you have to do is just like create a space where people can go and say, hey, like I appreciate, you motivating me today, or like you just posting that like inspirational quote. Like all my friends and family make fun of me. They're like, Josie, you sound like a fortune cookie all the time because I'm always like positive vibes and like, just nerdy like that. And they're like, why are you posting that? I'm like, because you never know, like you never really know if somebody I post something and say you matter and they're like that person like it saves somebody. You just never know.
Yeah,
And so it's like that's kind of like long term, more or less what I'm trying to create, less than like being a millionaire. Like that'd be great. And
yeah,
subconsciously I'm like, yeah, let's do that. But I think morally that's not, I think when you get greedy, like success doesn't come that easy. It's like more about like the more you give, the more you can receive. So
I gotcha. The cool thing that you mentioned too is you reminded me about you being a military veteran. That would be a great place to market for individuals too, because there's a lot of people that come out of the military and they're not sure what their next steps are, what their purpose is, and they have difficult times getting on with employment, right? And some of them don't know like how to get back into normal civilization, right? So if you could really touch on that, because I could really see you, doing these things as well, but even like expanding into like almost like life coaching as well. Obviously nutrition and fitness is going to be important, but you would be a great individual to kind of spread that. You talked about that mental health area is huge.
Yeah.
I think life coaching would be a great option for you as well, sprinkling in that health and fitness in there as well, right? I'm going to do a quick recap, kind of see where we're at. I want to make sure I didn't miss any notes. If I do, go ahead and correct me, all right? So we're
Hey.
based out of North Carolina. She went from the military to Breaking Bad. She was stirring up concoctions for the military. Right now, we're a chemist. You took 3 months off to really pursue that interior design. You're back because of the financial means. The main purpose why we're on the call today is we want to have self-fulfillment. We want to have some financial stability, but more importantly, we want to do something that really causes impact in other people's lives, not just our own. The goal is to make no less than 90K. Obviously, you said that you're okay with making half of your 100K just to get you out of this thing and kind of doing like what you were meant to do. If you were able to get out, you'd be doing this along with your interior design, so you'd be able to chase kind of both passions there. Biggest challenge is really knowing where to start, and kind of like the fear of failure, lead generation, a little bit of confidence. What we tried is some TikTok posting. This is kind of our first steps jumping on the call. What we need is guidance, resources, and support. The next 4 to 6 months, we would like to have the income replaced. We'd like to be started. We'd like to be having more of a community of impact. Now, let me ask you one more question. This seems like a really big deal to you. What would happen if you didn't take action? What would life look like in the next 6 to 12 months if you just didn't do anything different?
I'd continue to I have my own business, like interior design business, so I'm still obviously trying to grow that and like scale that business, and then I would just be here working. So
It's
it
a,
would probably, you know what I mean? It would probably take me a little bit longer. And like the whole point of me coming back was so I could put money away. So I have, with the income that I'm making here, I have extra income that's not being put to use. So it's like I want to save up a large chunk so I can invest in my interior design business. And so it's like if I could do the coaching thing and have the extra, 4 to 6 months, and all of a sudden I can leave here, because that's really just my goal. I plan, like I told my boss when I came back, I said, I'm only planning to stay 6 months, maybe a year, depending on finances and like how everything's going with my other business. And he was, like, I'm fine with that, but that's really just my goal. So if I had three different streams of income, like in like 6 months from now, I feel like I'd be in a really good spot to like walk away from this full time and kind of be able to invest in things and grow, like I said, like long term, like grow both of my businesses.
yeah, I'm going to give you some hope and some really good news. The average individual that goes through our course is able to quit their job in about 10.6 weeks if they wanted to. So they're making enough income to replace, which is huge, right? Like we're talking about just over 2.5 months, you could be doing, the 3 streams of income. You could keep this if you wanted to until you got to that earning potential that you wanted, or you could leave and you'd have, the 2 things that really, serve your purpose. Another cool stat is the individuals at the end of 4 months are averaging anywhere between 6,500 to 8K per month. So just to be an
Right.
average mediocre student, it's like right around 96,000 a year, which is damn near replacing what your current income is, right? And you're doing
Yeah.
something that really matters. So just want to kind of give that to you before we dive into the next section. Next, what I'm
Cool.
going to do is I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over all things NLCA. Then I'm actually going to take you through the modules, and I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to get you past 10K. Is that cool?
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Let me know when you can see my screen and we'll party.
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right. So as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. This is a big deal. Our grading for the Better Business Bureau just went up to an A+. So this kind of legitimizes who we are on the online platform. And we're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. Now, on the success ladder, we're going to have 2 tiers. We're going to have 10K Accelerator. We'll have Mastery Level Coach. Now, 10K Accelerator is great for an individual such as yourself, someone who's looking to possibly get certified. They want to transition from their current job. And they want to create immediate impact. The information this course will get us from 0 to 10K in as little as 4 months if so desired. Now, when you're hitting 10K a month on a very consistent basis, we can talk about ascending into mastery level. And that will be for individuals that kind of have that CEO desire. Like they want to kind of step away from coaching eventually, get to 50 to 60 to 100K a month, and kind of lead leaders, bring on people underneath them to help run their business. Okay. Our program is really broken up into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is we want to get you some clients right out the gate. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation, and we'll help you generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach. We'll also show you how to do sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. On the support side of things, it's going to be second to none. You're going to have that assigned one-on-one coach as mentioned. This individual's been through both 10K and mastery level, so they got that 6 or 7-figure business that you might be wanting. You'll also have a customized game plan called the individual review, where you're at, where you want to be, the most efficient way to get there. Private one-on-one coaching every 2 weeks, so this will be good for addressing where you're at, making changes, receiving feedback, and then getting very specific instructions on what you need to execute each time that you meet with them. And then when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and you complete the sales module, we're going to introduce you to another individual, which will be a private sales coach. So this will be someone that's going to help you maximize your sales skills and get a return of investment by able to closing down those sales calls at a 40% clip or greater. And then you'll have biweekly roster group coaching calls accompanied by 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. So this would go over client objection handling, client delivery, marketing, lead generation, mindset issues, even case studies. You'll have bonus biweekly group support calls with Chad, so that'll be cool. And then you'll have 24/5 tech support. So outside of all those calls, you can text your coach as much as you like. They're contractually obligated to answer every single one of your questions. And I think this next one's going to resonate with you. You're really into mental health, and we value that as well. We've created what we call the Zenpreneur method. We help with weekly mindset calls, breath work, meditation, even journaling, just to ensure no matter what point of business you're at, you're in a good headspace to move forward. Resources, you're going to have the course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method. We'll even provide done-for-you workout programming if that's something that you'd want. And we'll even give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And as mentioned earlier, we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge. Any questions on all that?
I don't think so.
Awesome. Now, this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K. 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are and what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies we give you to get your first couple clients. Phase 2 is going to be the setup. We're going to make sure we have all your backend systems set up, make sure you're a fully legal company, and then identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. First 2 phases will take you maybe about a month to month and a half in total. The rest of the time will be in phase 3 and phase 4. So phase 3, organic marketing, we'll show you how to maximize your overall reach on all 3 platforms. We'll show you how to utilize WhatsApp community chat for our lead generation method, and then we'll show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning, maximizing those sales skills, having consistent client delivery systems, but emphasizing the customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time. Any questions on those 4 phases?
I don't think so. No.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. So this is the actual course itself, 33 total modules. Each module is going to have an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so you'll always know exactly what to do at every step of the way. First step to becoming a full-time coach, we talked about strategies. We're going to be 3 in this module here. This will help you get clients right out the gate. The cool thing is the resources we provide for you are already done for you. The 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as like a syllabus or an onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows, oops, it's going to make me log back in. Hold on. I want to show you this. All right, cool. So it really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities. And let's do it again. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Make me go back in. Okay, we should be good now. The success roadmap is going to be a 2-part phase. So what do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K a month? Then what do we need to do to get from 5 to 10? So step-by-step expectations there as well with videos. Now, based upon your specific goals, we want to implement daily and evening routines. We also know that fear of failure, anxiety, imposter syndrome, those are all natural, normal feelings. So we talked about earlier, those confidence issues. We help you overcome those to move forward with your business. Then we've also identified the top 10 struggles you'll face as a fitness entrepreneur. but we provided solutions behind each and every one of these as well. Now, administration systems and ChatGPT is where things get interesting. Have you started utilizing ChatGPT yet?
Yes, I have.
It's like Google on steroids.
I
It's
was like
crazy.
I was like one of the first of my friend group I was like, you guys, you got to start using this stuff. And they're like, what? Why, Josie? And I'm like, you just got to just do it. Just try it out and let me know what you think. And now
Yeah,
everybody's on it. So
it makes things way more efficient. So we can
so
utilize
easy.
this
Yeah.
for, we can use this for like content creation ideas for your social media. We can use this for like guidelines for your programming or nutrition. There's a lot of different ways, but we'll show you how to maximize it, what commands to give it to get the very specific details. Backend systems, we'll show you how to set up Wave and Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book and apply calls with you. We even have applications you can utilize to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot and make it more customizable for your clients. Financial systems is going to be the same thing here. We're going to show you how to set up your LLC, get your employment identification number, when to open up a business bank account, and how to track what's coming in and out of your business. We'll also go over like when to pay quarterly taxes, when to pay yourself, business write-offs. All of your business legalities are covered through here. Now, the cool thing is, if you're to file your LLC the traditional way, it takes roughly 2 to 3 weeks. We're partnered with an AI company. It takes like 2 to 3 hours, and all your business legalities are covered and done. Okay, so more efficient there. Target setting, we're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. So we'll deep dive into your goals. And then from there, we're going to identify your ideal challenge, or better yet, what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we can create our offer and pricing. So is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer. The high ticket offer is established upon your overall length of terms. So we'll help the structure of your pricing there and teach you how to create downsells and discounts when applicable. Any questions on any of that?
No, I like what I'm hearing so far.
Cool. I gotta show you something else too, really quick. This is sweet. So check this out. I want to go into like kind of like a more of a complex module. So say for instance, you come in here. Every module will have what they call the overview document. You'll click on this. So off to the right, you're gonna have all your videos that cover everything in video style. Okay. Down below here is gonna be your written stuff. So when you click on the written stuff, it'll pop up and it'll naturally save to your Google Docs. So you'll always have access. So check this out. Specific step-by-step approach on what to do. So I'm assuming since you know how to mix up potent concoctions, you probably know how to read. So if you can read and
I
follow
do.
instructions, if you can read and follow instructions, we're in a good spot here. Now, if you're a visual learner like me, I've always been into coloring books and stuff like that. I've not been the smartest tool in the shed, but we'll go over here. Say, for instance, if you want to set up Wave for payments, you'll click on this. So he's literally going step by step on what to do. So like when I did it, I had one of my windows open. I would, push play, pause, and that's how I was getting through it. So whether you're a
Okay.
visual or reading, we got both sides covered there.
Cool.
Cool. Let's move on. All right. So from there, we're going to move into organic marketing. We're going to show you how to do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created utilizing some AI software. So we're all about convenience and efficiency. From there, once we have all this resources to utilize, we can spread it across all of our social media. So we want to show you how to create podcasts and YouTube. We want more people to know who you are, what you're about, and the message that you're trying to convey. And then from there, we're going to show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting. There's very specific strategies and resources behind each and every one of these platforms. So for instance, we'll go into hashtag use, page organization, page aesthetics, hashtag use, contents, reels. We'll show you how to maximize every portion of this social media. Same thing for TikTok as well. We want to make sure you get maximum engagement. Content creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer. These are just really cool features to enhance your page aesthetics. It incentivizes people to want to click on your page. And then we can also use it for like developing other content. Also great for branding and logo designs as well. From there, 10K lead generation framework starts off with earned media. I want you to think this is like inbound marketing or people coming specifically to you. So we're going to show you resources and strategies to incentivize people to want to reach out to you first. Really cool example, cross-pollination. You could be partnered with maybe another veteran, or you could be partnered with like another health coach across the country. Their audience gets to see who you are. Your audience gets to see who they are. So now we're getting more followers, we're getting more traction, we're getting more awareness. And now that we have this, we can provide resources to a newer audience. Also, my favorite one, the scholarship strategy, it incentivizes people to want to sign up with you a lot sooner than later. So it builds urgency as well. So those are really cool examples. Opposite end of this is what we call conversation and calls. This would be like outbound marketing. This is you reaching out to individuals first. So we'll give you specific scripts that you can change based upon your own tonality. We'll give you conversation and call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture these relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations by filtering them through our WhatsApp group. So that way they're already talking to individuals that you already have served or serviced. So by the time they get on that call with you, they have a better understanding of who you are, what you're about, and the testimonials you can provide. So I know that this is going to be big for you, because I know that you had mentioned lead generation was one of the biggest challenges that you could foresee coming. Referral strategy, probably the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, talking about how amazing you are, but we're going to show you resources to incentivize those individuals to get your referrals every single month without you actually having to ask. So it comes on autopilot for you. Any questions on that?
Cool. No.
Cool. The last part of this is going to be all sales related. So we're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's like a 10-minute screening call. You're trying to identify, do I really want to work with this individual, and can I actually solve their problem? If it's someone that you do want to work with, we take them to the closing call. This would be like a 45 to 60-minute call. You're trying to lock them in as a client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you the entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be a game changer, understanding how to create financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then how to lock them in once and for all. Now, once we lock them in, we want to go back and we want to track all this data. We want to track how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. So we give you our resources to do this more efficiently, so you have predictable data every single month. Objection handling is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear as to why someone can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples. So the more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections, get them to want to actually start investing in themselves rather than wait later down the road. Onboarding, probably one of the most overlooked area by most coaches and trainers. It's someone's first 30 days in your program. This will make or break if people want to continue with you. So we want to make sure energy is high, buyer's remorse is low, getting them resources in their hands within that first 24 to 40 hours, keeping them busy, and making sure we set clear expectations. Client delivery, this is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services. We just show you how to do it more efficiently by utilizing some of the newest software. We also go over what to do when someone's ghosting you. If they want to quit, they're not going to listen. It's going to happen. It happens to all of us. But what do we do if they've already paid for those services and they're doing that, right? How do we mitigate it? How do we get them back on track? Sometimes those individuals just want to feel like they're part of something larger than just you and them. So we really want to create a large community for them, get them excited. We'll show you how to set up more individualized touch points. We'll also provide different challenges and resources to get them to want to execute on a more consistent basis. Then we can go back and track their success metrics to ensure that your program is delivering the results that we're looking for. Last part of this is going to be customer service. So we want to deal with cancellations, refund requests. What if someone needs to pause services for an extended period of time? How do we track that? And then lastly, client retention. We want to keep people in your program for longer periods of time, advance into higher levels of it. How do we track that? All right, I did a ton of talking, so I appreciate you paying attention. Any questions you got so far?
I don't think so far.
Okay, cool. We're going to do a quick recap, and then maybe something pops up, we'll answer those. Cool?
Cool.
All right, the program itself is 4 months long. You're going to have a customized game planning call. You're going to have a one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have a private sales coach as well. You're going to have the Facebook community and trainings with Chad. You'll have 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. You're going to have 24/5 tech support, done for you programming, and optional certification in the business course curriculum. Is there anything you felt like we missed here?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. So I know, again, I covered a lot, right? We unpacked a lot.
A lot.
Out of everything that you saw, what was maybe a couple things that really stood out for you?
I like the sales, like that you guys help with all that. Basically all the training materials. I like that there's a lot of resources at my fingertips. And if I need it, I can just be like, okay, like let me look it up. I'm definitely like a self-sufficient person as far as like if I have resources, I'll go and find it. And Google is complicated. There's way too much information. So I like that it's all organized and everything's right there. And again, like I like that I have like an actual person that I could talk to if I have questions.
Yep, you're going to have that individual coach, but you'll also have availability to their networks. When you're in that WhatsApp group, you can talk to the other people on the roster. You'll have a private Facebook group. I'm petty. I used to send a message or a question to my coach, and then I'd go post on the private Facebook group and see if I got the same answers. Like that's just how my brain works, right? So I would do it. The private Facebook group is cool because you get different perspectives from different coaches and different individuals that are further along in the program. So I used to hang out on there on my free time. I'd have like my phone open there. So if people were asking questions, I'd kind of get inside information that with people that are further along. So it's pretty cool there. Outside of that, did you get a chance to check out any testimonials at all?
I watched a couple of the videos
Okay,
that were
cool.
on. So like I filled out that application and then the whatever came up after that.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to share a couple of them with you. The first one I want to share with you is Karina. She was making about 2K a month. She had some kiddos that she just wanted to spend more time with. So she was a single mom. Her goal was she just wanted to quit her job, travel, and spend more time with the kids. First tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. Yes, that's a real tattoo. Like she was that happy that she had to quit her job. So after 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K a month on a regular basis. She's now making 15K a month and she works 35 hours a week. The reason I showed you her is you had mentioned you're a single mom. You wanted time. You wanted to create impact and have more time to do the things that you want to do. That's exactly what she's doing. Opposite end of the spectrum, you've got, I'm going to show you Jen Richards. She's a beast. She's an IFBB pro, so she's an athlete. This is her husband, Darren. She was a physician's assistant in 2015. She wanted to quit her job. She started her online business, got to 10K a month, but couldn't get past that. She joined us in 2021. We have now gotten her from 10K to 100K a month. She's now making 150 a month, 150K a
That's
month.
nice.
So she has a staff size of 12. She's a wife. She gets to, travel. She does a lot of things. So just want to show you how big you can take this if you want it. Okay. Student averages. I mentioned this earlier. 73% of our students sign their client month one. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So the average amount that people are making after 4 months, 6,500 8K, right? That's the average. After talking with you, military, you're a chemist, right? I don't see you as an average individual. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. I mentioned this one earlier too. People are quitting their jobs in about 10.6 weeks to go full time on their online fitness business that they want. And of the students who do hit a 10K month, it takes them on average just 13 weeks. So just over 90 days, people are starting to move into that different tax bracket. The students who stay with us for 12 months have 97 clients on their roster on average. Those individuals with 97 clients are averaging 366,000 a year. The reason I'm telling you that is I know financially we want to be stable, but if you're reaching 97 people, you're impacting 97 people's lives. So think about that, right?
Right.
You typically, if you're a one-woman show, you could average anywhere between 30 to 60 clients on your own. When you're hitting 97 clients, we'd be talking about bringing on an assistant coach, things of that nature. You'd probably be ascending into that mastery level at that time. Cool.
Okay.
And our programs
Yeah.
get scored programs get scored a 4.6 out of 5. Any questions on all that?
How much is this gonna cost me?
We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm about there in like about 2 seconds. Do you have any other questions before I dive in?
Okay. No, I don't think so. Everything sounds great. Like again, I like the way that everything is set up and the community that you guys have built. Everything sounds good.
Gotcha. Okay, so now I'm gonna stop BSing. I'm gonna give you what you want. We want to know what's this gonna cost us,
Okay.
right? Okay,
Yes.
here we go. All right. So, what's this gonna cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney.
Well, you know what? Give me a year.
No, I'm just playing. No, there's a payment plan of 8,800. There's a paid in full option of 7,497. Now, out of those two, which do you think works best for you?
I can't pay in full, not upfront.
Cool. Cool. Not a problem. So let's talk about that. Okay. If that is something that entices you, what I would do for you though, we could turn that paid in full into a split. So we could take half down today and I could give you 60 days to pay out that second half. That gives you time to
I
get your
can't do that.
clients up. Cool. No worries there. So payment plan is no, the payment plan is what the majority of individuals do. Like probably about 95 of our students, 95% of our students do. So how that would work is we're going to figure out a down payment that works well for your budget. Okay. So the average amount down is usually about 2,600. You divide that over 4 months, you're looking at just over, let me pull up my calculator because my math skills are off, just over 1,500 per month. That's equivalent to you needing
Okay.
about 3 to 5 clients. Is
Okay.
that something we can commit to?
Yeah, but not today.
Cool. Gotcha.
So fine, like again, I'm all about transparency. I would just rather shoot it straight than, sugarcoat anything.
Sure.
So I used the last of my savings to leave. So I wouldn't even be able to pay anything probably for another month. Like if I'm being realistic, like I said, I have like extra income that I don't need for bills or anything, and I'm willing to invest, especially in myself. Um, but yeah, I'd need at least a month before I could like commit and start.
Cool. So let's take moving forward off the table. Let me just ask you some personal questions. Cool.
Okay.
After seeing like everything, do you feel like this is like 100% alignment with what you need and what you're looking for?
Yes,
Cool. And I think I know
for
this
sure.
next question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Are you 100% confident in your own skill set and abilities to follow through and execute the game plan as laid out with our help?
Yes.
Cool. So it just comes down to like a financial objection. Is that correct?
Yeah, if I didn't have to like use my savings to live off of and pay bills, like I'd be good. I'm like counting down the last little pennies until I get paid next week from this job. And so
I
it's
got
like I need that income to come in. Like I need at least a good solid month to save up some stuff so I could put something towards starting.
I got you. Let me ask you this. If we were willing to get resourceful, like put our heads together and figure out something that might work with your current circumstance, would that be something you're willing to explore with me if it makes sense for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So we do have a couple of different options. The first one I would talk to you about is just going to be like our in-house plan. So we could take that payment plan and spread it out over 12 months. That would be equivalent to about 833 a month over 12 months. Okay. Now I'll do one better. If you're able to pay everything off within 4 months, I'll honor the normal payment plan. If we are able to pay it off in 60 days, I'll honor the paid in full. So it incentivizes you to be able to get started with a lot less down. And then it also incentivizes you to pay it off. The other thing is, I'm not sure if you got to read about it, but did you get to hear about that? Our 2.5 times your investment guarantee?
I don't, maybe. I don't know.
Okay,
It's not ringing a bell. So,
I'm going to share this with you really quick because this is going to be important. Can you see this okay?
um, not yet. Yep, we're good.
Okay. So we guarantee you'll 2.5 times what you invest in or you get 100% refund. Okay. A lot of companies have a money back guarantee. We have this. So essentially, you attend your group support call each week. That's pretty standard. Attend at least 2 private one-on-one coaching calls a month. Don't charge less than $250 or more for services. You got to run a scholarship program within the first 90 days, which is only going to get you a lot of clients. Can't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification, which wouldn't be any problem for you. And then you have to complete 100% of your course material and no late payments. You do all that, show up and just do the work. We guarantee you'll 2.5 times the amount you invest in or you get 100% refund. So year to date, we've helped almost 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%. Okay. So me telling you that, if you're someone that's very independent, I'm sure that's going to increase your confidence as well. Like all I got to do is do the game plan. That's it. Right. So that first one I was telling you about would probably be one of our best options. Do you feel like that's something that is reasonable for your current financial situation?
Yeah, yes. I would feel more comfortable. I hate to say like putting it off. Like financially though, I just don't want to put myself in a predicament because I am a single mom where it's like I can't pay a bill or like now I have a late fee or something. Like I would feel more comfortable at least in like 2 weeks. Like once I get my first paycheck, my first 2 paychecks back from this job, I
Yeah,
would feel better about being like, okay, well, let's put some money to like, you know what I mean? I can give you whatever the base is. And then, yeah, I would feel comfortable in like 2 weeks. Like if we could like have another call
of course. I
and
got
assess
something.
like where I'm at.
I got something for you. I used to be a single parent too, but I had 3 of them. So now I've got
Oh
5.
God.
Yeah, yeah, like it's not.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's nonstop. Like I need you to mix up a concoction with whatever you got going on over there in your chemistry department and put them to sleep for like a good week straight. Right. So
Oh, geez.
no, but I got an idea. So what if we still did this? What if we did the 8:33 down and we do a delayed start date? We could delay it for, let's say, I don't know, September 15th, September 1st, whatever's going to be comfortable for you. That allows you to lock in at the rate. Now, the cool thing is once you get started, if you're able to still, if you want to change out your payment plan where you want to just do your normal payment plan, we can update that, right? If you paid off within 4 months, we still honor that. If you pay off in 60 days, we still honor the paid in full. So that way you're still reserving a spot, you're holding yourself accountable, but you're not feeling like stressed to actually have to jump right in. Would you be open to that?
Can I think about it?
Of course you can think about it. There's zero pressure. The reason
Okay.
I ask you about this is the majority of individuals that do say they need to think about it, there's a couple of different reasons. One, they're not 100% convinced that this is going to be the thing that's going to get them to their goals. Two, they might not be 100% convinced with their own skill set to follow through or fully commit. Or three, it's still just a financial thing. Now, out of all of those, which do you think most resonates with you?
It's three.
Three, the financial
It's
thing?
like legit three. Yeah, like legit. If I didn't use my savings, I would give you the 830 whatever right now and be like, all right, let's go, let's do this. I'm like down to $400. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like legitimately a financial thing. If I had extra money that I could just be like, all right, here's $800, like let's do it, then I would do it. But I really can't do that right now because I'm still waiting for bills. Like, what do we have? 10 days left in the month? Not even 10 days.
Yeah.
24, 6, 7 days left in the month. And I'm like, okay, let's just get to the end. I need two paychecks and that's it. So it's like if I, if I, even if we talk next week and I figure out like how much I need for bills and stuff and how much I need to like figure out for the next until I get my next paycheck, like I'm totally willing to do that. It really is just a financial thing for me at this point in time, which I knew it was going to cost money. I kind of just wanted to get on here and be like, all right, well, how much of an like financial investment am I going to have to make into myself? And like, what does that look like moving forward?
I got you 100%.
So,
We can definitely set something up. Now, while you're like, during
okay.
next week, I'm going to send you over an additional resource. I want us to leave this phone call that you're a student. Okay. Like in your mind, we've already committed. I want you to just, hey, I've already, in your mind, paid. We're ready to roll. Okay. So I'm going to send you
Okay.
over some resources, and that's going to be like your homework. And these resources are little tidbits that are actually in our course. So they're going to actually benefit you. I sent over a resource to a guy in a very similar situation. The resource I sent him, he got like 3 clients off of it. And he hadn't even started the program yet, which is crazy. So
That's
he was like,
crazy.
okay. He's like, now I'm legitimately bought into this. So I was like, just do it, right? It doesn't hurt. But I want you to also think about where you're currently at, like your self fulfillment level, right? If you don't do this, what does this mean for you and your child, right? What does that look like? Versus, I take action, I commit to this. What does life look like for us in the next 4 to 6 months? Do the two things that we love: interior design, impacting people's lives, and being able to just leave whenever we want. Don't have to take breaks in our car, none of that stuff, right? We can just go,
Yeah.
right? Cool. So let's do that. Let's look at what you got available on your schedule next week, and let's schedule something out.
Okay.
What day next week are you looking at?
Are you looking in the middle of the day like this again, or an evening, or what does your schedule look like? Because I can be flexible.
Yeah, I'm good with the earlier the better. I'm old, so we wake up early all the time. That's what we do. I go to bed at like 8 o'clock.
Same.
I wake up at 4 every morning for no reason. Saturdays I wake up at 4:30.
I think that's a guy thing. I really think that's
It's
a
an
guy thing.
old
You sound
man
like my
guy
brother.
thing.
Okay, maybe an old man guy thing, but I never sleep. I go to bed at midnight and I'm up at 4:30 and at the gym by 5 usually. Yeah, so I'm like running on steam all the time over here, but I just and a lack of caffeine, so I don't know how I do it. But yeah, if you want to do, I usually take lunch. If you want to do like during the day, I usually take lunch around like 11. So I could
Okay.
do anywhere probably next that like I said, this is my first week back, so I'm literally sitting scrolling on my phone, which is how I found out about you guys. And so if you want to do next week, let's plan for like 11 any day. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, cool. Did you want to like go Monday or what day works best for you?
I don't get paid until Wednesday.
Okay,
So why
cool.
don't we do Thursday?
That's fair. Cool. So let's do, and what you're, are you EST, correct?
Yeah, I'm Eastern, so I'm an hour ahead of you. So it would be 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and lock in for 11 a.m. your time. So 10 a.m. my time. And then what I'm going to do is after my next call, I'll send you over those resources. I'm also going to send you a condensed presentation so you can kind of familiarize. We went over a lot, quite a bit today. So there's a
Yeah.
video that's significantly less in length. It's like 10 minutes and it's just kind of touching each subject. So you can still get yourself re-excited and you're like, what was I about to do? So you have something to like refer to. And then I'll also provide some screenshots of like the guarantees and things of that nature as well, because that's a big deal to a lot of individuals. Okay. And then
Yeah.
I'll also follow up today is what, Thursday. So probably Sunday, I'll shoot you a text just to see how things are rolling. If you've gotten into the mini course, if you have any other questions, but we'll stay in contact.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Okay, that sounds good.
All
Yeah.
right. If you have any other questions, the number I texted you from is my specific number. So if something pops up, you want more clarification, let me know. Cool.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye.